Hey guys, in this video, I want to go over how to increase your sales in your small business in 2022 with 3 easy and simple steps that you can implement right now. You're watching TMBRMAN TV. All right, so I've owned my business now for going on 7 years, and there's been a lot of trial and error when you're dealing with people. Now, I'm in the construction field, but I've sold in other avenues and other businesses, and let me tell you, there's one thing to be said: people are people. Doesn't matter what you're selling, you're always selling to another person. So there's some things that you want to keep in mind, especially if you're a small business owner and you want to get that good retention and referral rate on how to grow your business and what things to implement in your sales strategies, especially to keep your business flourishing. I don't care what business you have or what you're selling, people are people, and I want to give you these 3 tips because I've been selling now for well over 7 years, and I've learned the hard way that if you don't have the right skills in place, you're not going to get very good retention. You might actually get some bad reviews and negative taste in some of your clients' mouths, which can spread. So we don't want to have that happen, and if we can eliminate that early on in your business, that would be the goal. All right, so let's get into it with number 3, and that's just punctuality. In my industry, being a tradesman, being a contractor, one of the biggest things that people don't understand is just being punctual, showing up on time. If they say they're going to be at an estimate, actually be there at the time they're going to be there. Or if they're going to start a job or bring material or whatever it may be, punctuality goes a long way because it shows the client that you're true and you're honest to what you say you're going to do. Punctuality is something I take very seriously, especially when it comes to my business. I want to be there on time. I want to do what I said I was going to do. I want to respond to text messages, phone calls, and always make sure that there's nothing that a client can say, hey, that guy was not responsive, he wasn't punctual, because those are all negative things that you want to avoid. And that's something that you are in control of. You may not be in control of how much money someone wants to spend or what their final outcome is, but you're definitely in control in your punctuality and showing up on time and doing the things that you say you're going to do. Number 3, punctuality. All right, number 2 is honesty and transparency. And I know this sounds cliche, but this goes a long way with clients. And let me give you a few examples. For instance, a lot of times people will overpromise and underdeliver, and this can happen especially with a price. If you're selling an item or a service and you say it's going to be one price, and after you go through all the hoops, you reel them in, you build all this rapport, the price totally switches on them because you think you have the deal by building all this rapport. Well, that's not really being honest, and that's not really being transparent. And that goes a long way with clients because obviously you want to build their trust. You're already being punctual, and now you're being honest with what product or service that they're going to receive, how much that product or service is going to cost, and are things going to change? So in my industry, construction is always changing. Someone wants to start a project that's X, Y, and Z, and as we're building the project out, they're like, you know what? It'd actually be cool to add another cover over here or to extend this out another 10 feet. Well, we're already halfway through the job. So again, being honest and transparent is saying, hey, it's going to cost X amount to do that versus just doing it and then hitting them afterwards with a high bill. So being honest, being transparent with no matter what you're doing in business, it'll always come back to reward you if you do that early on. So be honest, be transparent. This will help your small business tremendously. All right, well, let's get right into number 1 because this, in my opinion, is the most important. Obviously, you want to be punctual, you want to be honest and transparent, but at number 1, I call it the 3 R's, which is retention, repeat, and referrals. These 3 R's, if you can maintain and manage those, your business is going to flourish, whether you're a small business or a large business. In my business in particular, getting referrals is the easiest way to get more business because referrals are people that have already gained your trust because their friends or family members have already put their trust in you. You've already completed a project for them and done everything you said they would do. So when someone refers you to someone else, well, that trust is already there. You don't have to really build that rapport and gain that trust. It's already been done for you. So I love having referrals. But there's something else that really goes a long way. And let's say sales always don't go according to plan, whether you're in construction, selling real estate, whatever it is, something might go awry, something might go south. Maybe the guys forgot to finish the job correctly and it just was overlooked. Well, the client's going to come back and say, hey, you promised this and we've loved working with you. However, there's some issues here and I want to get these issues resolved. Well, being the business owner, being the person that made the sale, you're going to be reluctant at first. He's like, man, I got to go spend more time on this project. I've already been paid for it. I don't want to waste any more time. Well, unfortunately, the best thing you can do is nip that in the butt and go take care of that customer. As long as they're in the right, go take care of that customer, because that's going to go a long way. I've had a few instances. Hey, I'm in construction. Sometimes projects don't go exactly according to plan. There's things we got to go back and fix. But what helps me out, what helps my business out, is when clients see that, hey, we're going back, we're putting screws where we forgot to put screws, or we're sanding down an area we missed, or staining, whatever it may be. We're going back and we're making it right. That shows the client that we take pride in our work, that we have the honesty and integrity to do exactly what we said we would do in the beginning by coming back and making that right. And there's a lot higher chance that that client's going to refer you, be a repeat customer, or you're going to retain that customer for a long time. The 3 R's that you want to maintain as a business. The point of this video is not to draw out a long, complex sales schematic of how to grow your business, rather to repeat these 3 tips that are going to allow you to actually grow your business. They're simple, they're straightforward, but they're so in-depth and involved that I want you to study these things that I've said and try to implement them in your business today. Leave a comment below and let me know what business you run or what business you're going to start to use these skills in growing your sales. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button. We'll see you next time.